Listen for a heel. Kitty Wells. Yes, 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 Kitty Wells. I don't know if you know her or not. Kitty Wells, 1952. She did the famous song, God Didn't Make Honky Tonk Angels. I think that's it. 1952 opened the door for all female artists, primarily country at that time. They were mostly men. Let me turn that down a little bit more so I don't get too many more strikes. She had that hit. I think she stayed on the Billboard Top 100 for 14 years. From 1952 till the 60s. She died, I think, in 2012. She was 90-some years old. Kitty Wells. This is a fantastic album. Now, you got to remember, this is, I think I got this at 99 cents. Go to the flea market, thrift store. Excellent, excellent record. Now, it's the country style of the 50s and 60s. It's good. It's twangy. It's twangy, but it is great. The tunes are wonderful, especially Amigo's guitar on here. So good. Mommy for a Day. I Can't Stop Loving You. The Everly Brothers tune, I believe. Jealousy All the Time. Left to Right, Repenting. Amigo's guitar was by Boydenkin and Loudermilk. Harlan and Buck Owens did Mommy for a Day. How about that? Buck Owens tune on here. Kitty Wells. She opened the door for the rest of the female artists that we're going to discuss. Now, this is a thread that I'm doing that Glen Kellaway from Glen down in the basement started a couple days ago about his favorite female artist. Now, Mazzy did one a couple months ago, but his was the best females of all time, everywhere, anywhere. So ours is different. It's the best females that we have in our collections, and I kind of like that. Glen showed his. Now I'm going to repeat some of Glen's because he and I our paths sort of cross. But there's one he did in this. We'll talk about her later. But I'm going to go through this fast so you know who are the famous ones that I like, or my favorite ones. First one, I'll get the glare out of this, Ruby Star. If you can find this album, it's great. This is a dollar record, probably all day long. She sang originally with Black Oak, Arkansas. Gritty, tough voice, almost Janis Joplin-esque. Tough as nails. Great singer, loved her style. Tragic ending, died at a young age, I believe in her 40s. She had cancer. Ruby Star, she did a couple things on her own, and she had a couple other bands. I think one of them was called Ghosts a while ago. But if you can find that, please, Ruby Star, excellent. Now, Glen showed this one, Ricky Lee Jones. And you know, of course, hers, Chucky's in Love. That was probably her best one. I remember teaching. There was a kid in the hallway who was always doing PDAs. For those of you who are not teachers, PDA was a public display of affection. And back in those days, if they were smooching in the corner, you could write them up, and all you would have to put down was PDA, public display of affection. And every time I went past this kid, he was always public display of affection. I never wrote them up. I just started singing, and I'd stand by him and start singing, Chucky's in Love, Chuck, and he would just leave. So anybody would leave after a rendition of that, but that's what I would do. Another one, Stevie Nicks, Belladonna. Great ones. I have the album on the back here. Belladonna, Kind of a Woman, Stop Dragging My Heart Around, Think About It After the Guitar Fades. What else is on here? After the Glitter Fades. Did I say guitar? I'm sorry. Edge of 17, How Still My Love, Leather and Lace, Outside the Rain, and The Highwayman. So that's another great one. Stevie Nicks, you gotta love her too. Her too. This was given to me by George. LPs and CDs. This is Susan Vega, And it's called Solitude Standing. And you would know this one if you would see it, especially Tim's Diner. She does it a cappella, and I think even in English. Okay. But Susie Vega, excellent. Get that one. All my favorite artists. Tell me I just not do that. Tell me I just did not do that. Oh my God. Thank God it's carpeted down here. I just whipped that out of the cover. They're my favorite album. That's all my fault. I will put that back later. But all three of my favorite female artists all together. God, am I clumsy. Good thing I'm not a doctor. Wouldn't you hate a doctor that says, oops? Linda Ronstadt, Dolly Parton, Emmylou Harris. If you don't have this in your collection, shame, shame, shame. Everybody knows your name. Outstanding. And you know the harmonies. You know the harmonies, and that's the cutouts. I didn't cut them out yet. I was going to, but if you're as old as I am, you remember this young lady, and you probably sang all the tunes. Leslie Gore, I'll Cry If I Want To. It's my party, and I'll cry if I... You know that one. All Cinderella success story. Yes, I think she was 14, 15. Well, she was born in 46. This was 63. You do the math. 17, 16, I don't know. But great album. It's My Party, Cry Me a River. Listen to all the song titles in this one. I love this. I'll Cry If I Want To is the title. First one, It's My Party. Second, Cry Me a River. No More Tears Left to Cry. Judy's Turn to Cry. Cry and You Cry Alone. And Misty. That's side one. The other side is I Would. The Party's Over. Just Let Me Cry. Cry. I Understand. And What Kind of Fool Am I? See a theme in here? Okay. Leslie Gore, fantastic. Joan Baez. Everybody pronounce her name Baez. It's Baez, but she let it go. This is an excellent album too. I love this one. And it's just called Joan. A lot of great songs. She does a cover here. She does Eleanor Rigby by the Beatles. She does If I Were a Carpenter by Tim Hardin. She does a poem to music, Annabelle Lee of Edgar Allan Poe fame. She does one called La Colombe, which was written by Jacques Brel. It was a protest song against the French in Algeria. The Algerians were fighting for independence, and they were sending troops, the French were sending troops there. She also does The Dangling Conversation by Paul Simon. So if you get a chance, it's just Joan. And she's actually not standing up, she's laying down when that picture was taken. So I guess I'll let you throw that in there. How can you leave this young lady out? Joni Mitchell at a dollar store. Now, most of these I found at a dollar store. Joni Mitchell, great, great, great album. Clouds, she, of course, you know that that's her. She painted herself. Self-portrait. Jesus God. And she's a good artist. She does Tin Angel, Chelsea Morning, I Don't Know Where I Stand. That song about the Midway. Roses Blue and Side 2 was The Gallery. I Think I Understand. Songs to an Aging Children Come. The Fiddle and the Drum, Both Sides Now. That's probably her biggest hit on this one. Both Sides Now. That's Joni Mitchell. You gotta love her. A girl from the Laurel Canyon, the 60s, Jackie DeShannon. Not a lot of love given to this young lady. Girl of the 60s. I can't remember. I think her life was a little bit, no. I think it's the young lady from I'm thinking about the Smiths, because they did The Wait too. She does The Wait on this one too. Laurel Canyon, Sunshine of Your Love. Crystal Clear, She's My Best Friend, I Got My Reason. Hollywood, it's not Hollywood, but Holly, W-O-U-L-D, Hollywood. You Really Got a Hold on Me. The Wait, Bitter Honey, Come and Stay With Me, L.A. and Too Close. She's part of that Laurel Canyon scene of the 60s. Jackie DeShannon, great, great singer too. Sisters, The Heart. 1976, I believe this came out. Yes, one of the first albums I bought when me and the Queen were first married back in the day. You can see the text in there. That is also another fantastic album. You know, Dreamboat Annie in particular. Magic Man. You guys all know that one. Ella. Who Can Stop Ella Live? Berlin series, Ella Fitzgerald. There's only two really ladies that I think are fantastic, and you know Ella's one of them. You'll know who the other one is here in a second. Dusty Springfield, the best of Dusty Springfield. All I see is you, wishing and a hoping in the middle of nowhere. All cried out, stay a while. You don't have to say you love me. You don't have. I only want to be with you. Little by little, losing you. I just don't want to know what to do with myself. Boy, what a voice. 60s. I used to watch her on the Ed Sullivan. She was a regular on the Ed Sullivan show back in the day. Dawn of Summer, back in my little disco era. Fantastic album. This, of course, was her greatest hits. Unfortunately, she passed away young also. Dawn of Summer. Karen Carpenter, other Carpenters. This, of course, has Superstar on it. I'll Never Fall in Love Again, Walk On By. Do You Know the Way to San Jose, Rainy Days and Mondays. Saturday, Let Me Be the One. Get this album too. You can Dollar Ben stuff, boys and girls. Fantastic album, fantastic. Carly Simon, Anticipation. Yeah, she made billions of dollars on ketchup commercials. Yeah, billions of dollars on ketchup commercials. Carly Simon. Anticipations on this one, of course. Share the End, The Garden, 3 Days, Julie Through the Glass, I've Got to Have You, Anticipation, Legend in Your Own Time, Our First Day Together, The Girl You and I See, Summer's Coming Around Again. Carly Simon. This is the Queen's favorite right here. Matter of fact, I think this is her album. Carole King, Tapestry, this is hers. And you know all the good ones are on here. That's you know, 1971. 1970, 71, I cannot remember. But Carole King. This young lady, if you can find this anywhere, you have to get this album. The recording of this album is fantastic. Anita Baker in Rapture. This, you put this on, and I swear, and you start hearing her sing, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. You can, like I said, you can find it. It's a shame, but you can find it in the dollar bin. So wonderful. Let me give you a couple of the cassettes. Emmylou Harris. If you like my one buddy, you gotta like her. Emmylou Harris. Cowgirl's Prayer. That's a great one. Who does not? Glen and I, we both share the affection of Norah Jones. Norah Jones, the daughter of Ravi Shankar. If you can find her in the dollar bin too. I always get a copy of this, give to my friends. This is her debut album. Fantastic. Sings beautifully. All her albums. I don't think she's had a bad album yet. If you're a child of the 80s, Pat Benatar's Greatest Hits. CBS just did an interview with her and her husband, her longtime band member too, I believe. Songwriters together. They've been together since day one. CBS did a great interview with them. It's nice to talk to them and listening. I didn't talk to them, but nice hearing from them. Excellent interview. Pat Benatar. It's on YouTube. You can look it up if you want to. This is an upcoming star, Samantha Fish. If you want to hear a young lady sing the blues and play the guitar like nobody's business, find Samantha Fish, any of her stuff. She was also in Girls with Guitars, I believe. I think Rachel the Music Man showed that at one time. All-time favorite, Janis Joplin. Came out after her death. I have the album, but I just grabbed this one because the picture's a lot better than my beat-up album that I got in probably 1970, somewhere around there, 70, 71, somewhere around there. Pearl, excellent. Please get that one. You can find that anywhere. I'm guilty for things. I don't have the cover for this, but I'm guilty. Shania Twain. The Woman in Me. I don't have the cover for it. Shania Twain. At that time, when she first came out. But I saved the best for last. My favorite of all time. And I'm going to show you this one because I think this is really, really neat. Linda Ronstadt. My all-time #1 favorite. And she did this CD. It's called Dedicated to the One I Love. These are lullabies, rock standards that she turned into lullabies. You have to listen to this. Stream it. Okay, look at that great face on her. I think she had just adopted a child. I don't know if that's the child or not. I haven't read about that too much. But listen to some of the songs. Dedicated to the One I Love, Be My Baby, In My Room, Devoted to You, Baby I Love You, Devoted to You, Instrumental. Now these are lullabies, don't forget. Angel Baby, Winter Light, Brahms Lullaby, Good Night, and she does We Will Rock You by Queen as a lullaby. You have to really listen to this. So awesome, so awesome. But that's Tony P from the basement. Glenn, I'm following your thread, buddy. The Queen is upstairs. Listen to me to rock out down here. He had a hard day of Christmas shopping. So I came down here to listen to some tunes. Peace, love, rock and roll. God bless you. May all your records be flat, and may your stylus run true. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and rock on. Bye, guys.